When Karl-Anthony Towns is on, he's one of the toughest covers in the NBA. First, regardless of position, Cat is one of the best outside shooters in the league. Mechanically, he doesn't get a ton of lift off the floor, but because he stands at 7 feet, it's still pretty easy for him to elevate over the defense. When getting into his jumper, Cat has both a quick release and sharp footwork. He's great at getting his feet set before he catches, to then get the ball from his pocket to set point in one smooth motion. Look how quickly he catches here and gets his feet angled to the rim. And those swift mechanics combined with Cat's size as a shooter leaves the defense no room for error when guarding him. If you fall asleep and give him the slightest bit of breathing room, he's pretty much guaranteed to crank off a 3. Off the ball, Cat also shoots pretty well on the move. He's not going to blast off pin down or flare screens, but he does have a few crafty ways to create separation off the catch. Look how he's going to start this play well below the 3, but on the catch, notice how he's going to space out behind the line, and he again catches with his feet set ready to fire. This shot here is also tough, where Cat's spacing out towards the corner, and in one motion, he's going to catch and turn into his jumper.
Karl-Anthony Towns.
And Towns is also comfortable creating these jumpers off the dribble. The Knicks here are going to set this ball screen for him. And when both of these Pacer defenders sag back below the 3, Cat's going to separate back for his pull-up. So because Towns has established himself as one of the best perimeter scorers in the league, that naturally draws aggressive rotations from the defense, which he can then leverage into drives.
Towns faking the 3 and a hard charge.
When attacking off the catch, Cat has a great feel of angles and leverage. He's very good at playing through the pass to build up momentum to the rim. Look how Obi Toppin here is overcommitting to the ball, and when Brunson pitches it back to Cat at the top of the key, notice how he attacks right off the catch without breaking his momentum. This move here is simple but very effective, where Towns feels Turner closing out across his right side, so he's then going to rip it back to his left and slice towards the basket. When creating these driving angles from the 3, Cat's body control also plays a huge factor, being able to relocate out behind the line to then catch and drive back towards the basket. Notice as Jalen Brunson attacks across the middle, how Towns is going to shift back towards the corner. And from here, he has the balance to stop in the corner, lose Turner with a shot fake, to then re-attack towards the basket. And that stability also plays a big factor while Cat's playing downhill, where he can bump through contact to then keep his base as he chisels to the rim. We'll see him again here explode through the catch. And with Turner on his hip, he's able to keep his driving line all the way to the basket. And Cat also uses his off arm and body pretty effectively too. Look how he's first going to throw up the shot fake, to then swipe with his off arm and lower the inside shoulder to carve out this driving line.
Hard into the defense and caught it.
Now, along with Towns being able to attack closeouts off the catch, he also has the game to create drives from the standstill. And this is where everything comes back to that blend of mobility and strength, where he's got the quickness to lose the defense with simple rip-throughs, or he can use that strength to open up the defense's stance. Look how he's going to bring the ball over to then attack right through Pascal Siakam's top foot, and he's going to explode up and finish through contact in the paint. Aaron Nesmith on this play is initially able to stay in front of Cat's first move, but again, that balance and strength allows him to gather and stride through that contact. And like we've been seeing, that stability is also vital to Cat's paint scoring. He's first going to get Turner on his hip with this jab step, but as Andrew Nembhard slides down to provide extra help, Towns can still pick up and muscle up this finish. And Towns also has the ball skills to create drives off a live dribble. He doesn't really have the handle to put together dynamic combinations, but he does have enough to size up his man for straight line drives. One of his go-to moves has been the simple between hezzy blow-by, where he transfers the ball through first, then pushes off that back foot to explode to the rim. And that balance that Towns has also allows him to commit to drives, to then pull the ball out and reinitiate another attack. So while Towns does have plenty of tools as a slasher, there's also times where he can be pretty reckless off the dribble. First, when putting his head down, Cat doesn't read the floor very well. He's often late on making passing reads, or he dribbles right into the gap defense. And while attacking downhill, he also has a hard time stopping his momentum. Look how Nesmith here is going to plant his feet right in front of him, but Towns still runs right through him. But regardless of those limitations, there's still no doubt that when Cat's playing aggressive, his pros far outweigh his cons. And him initiating drives from the 3 is just one part of his overall attacking game. And this now leads us to his scoring out of the post. First, on the block, Cat's been a real matchup problem for all of Indiana's wings. If he gets matched up with guys like Siakam or Mathurin, he easily has the strength to hold position and find easy buckets. When playing with his back to the basket, I wouldn't say Towns has magical footwork, but he is great at protecting the ball and using these quick half spins to turn and create space, which is all he really needs if he's going up against a mismatch. I like this move here, where Cat's going to catch in the lane to then take one dribble towards the middle, setting up this drop step back to his left. We'll see him make the same move here going the opposite way, where Cat backs down towards his left to then set up this drop step back to his right. And Cat's dynamic skill set also makes him very effective when facing up, where he again has the quickness to dust the defense with simple straight line drives. He can use that strength to lower his shoulder and bulldoze through contact, or if the defense sags back and gives him too much space, he's also got that jumper in his back pocket. So Cat's ball handling also allows him to initiate post-ups from the perimeter, where mid-drive he can turn his body and transition into a back down to then get right back to bumping and creating those scoring windows. He's got the mismatch here with Obi Toppin, and he's just going to work him down to his right to then turn his back and get to this shot runner across the paint. So with the ball in his hands, Cat's a pretty versatile and dynamic scorer. He's a sniper from the outside, he's comfortable putting the ball down and attacking off the dribble, plus he's also a serious matchup problem on the block. And then on top of that, we haven't even gone over his presence on the offensive glass.
Off and down, rebound, Towns and in!
So in the half court, Karl-Anthony Towns' scoring is going to be vital for the Knicks going forward, and they need him to find the balance of being aggressive, but at the same time not picking up careless fouls. I think if Cat's on the court and being aggressive in a high IQ way, he gives the Knicks a real chance to get out of the conference finals. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments who the kids should break down next. The kids here.